Hello gang, it's Wayne here. Hope everyone is doing wonderful out there. Now, I'm going to be spending a few days from Friday to Monday at one of my favourite places to visit, the Isle of Wight, which, if you don't know, is an island just off the south coast of England, very near Leamington and Southampton, Portsmouth and Southsea, all those having very good travel links for your ferries and hovercraft to various places on the island. And although my main aim to go to the island this weekend is just to have some fun and to relax away from the day job and such like, I thought, well, I've never been to this holiday camp I'm going to, which is at a Warner holiday camp at a place called Norton Grange, very close to Yarmouth. And so I thought, well, why don't I do a review of the place, and I've heard really good things about it. I want to know if it's true, and so that's what we're going to do. So hope you enjoy the journey. We will shortly be arriving, and we come. Now, my first impressions of Norton Grange was a little mixed. The grounds itself, from what I could see, looked nice. There was a golf course on the right if you're into that. But if you're a pedestrian, it's not that safe to get in and out of that place. When I actually got my paperwork to stay at the Norton Grange, it actually said about, driving your car in and you'll be met at a car park, where that car is on the left near the red van there. And that's all fine and no problems about people driving, but not everybody does. And it was also noticeable that the white lines, as you can see in the picture here, they definitely need repainting, not just in that area, but right the way up to the main entrance. Because to get in the place itself, you actually go into the road area. There's no footpath. And that's something that they really should consider looking into. The fact, although it's nothing to do with them, the bus stop that's just outside of the holiday camp, you actually have to go into the road to get to the bus stop. And so perhaps a pedestrian exit entrance right near the bus stop would be very, very helpful, and it would make the place a lot more safer. Now, other than the entrance for pedestrians, as you would have no doubt noticed, I wasn't very happy about, the grounds themselves look very well designed, very well kept indeed. And we'll be taking a walk around the resort a little later in the video. But one thing to mention at the moment is, as far as I'm aware, all Warner resorts are 18s over. So if you want a break from the kids, or you don't like having children around, or children's entertainment, well, Warner seems to be a very good place to check out. They've got a bowls area just there. It's not my scene, but it seemed to be very popular with the people that are playing it at the time. Maybe I'll have a go one day and change my mind, but yeah, not that weekend. I was very lucky with the weather. That, of course, that would make a huge difference. One thing I did notice as well is that no matter where people are staying, you're not that far from the main entertainment area. Well, here we are. Stuff down. Now I'll have a quick look around. I've not been in here before. The door was actually left open, which is different, but I guess that's the way you sort of say it's all ready for people to check out. So have a quick look around then for the first time me looking as well as you, and it looks quite nice in here. This is what they call the Premier Chalets. So yeah, it's just pretty cool. And they've got some drinks there which they've given. As far as what I read, that I believe they resupply the water, but the juices are just like a one-off thing, and the crisp and all that, but it's still very nice, appreciated. Nice TV, kind of out of the way a little bit, but still pretty nice. Usual sort of teas, coffees, that kind of thing, some biscuits. And then we've got the bed, which looks quite nice. I'm actually on my own this weekend, so my word, I might get lost in that. But hey, what a way to go. So let's have a look around here. Oh, we've got this cupboard. And it does smell actually like it's been newly done recently. And well, there you go. You got some dressing gowns if you wanted to put those on. I won't. But also you got the iron board there with, oh look, the iron as well. Must be going posh. But But yes, it does smell like it's very new in here. And oh, this is something I didn't notice. We saw the other television around the corner. Oh, I got a smaller version there if you want to watch TV in bed. So that's really nice. Okay, so let's put this on and check out the bathroom. And oh look there, fame at last, isn't he? A bit windswept, but hey ho, on the Isle of Wight and a bit on a boat, so there you go. But this looks really quite nice in here. Because what I noticed when I walked up towards here, and I will show this on the video, from the outside it doesn't look like, well, it looks nice enough, but you know, if you're spending a bit of extra money, which I have on this occasion for the few days I'm going to be here, it didn't really look like that sort of price per bracket, but inside it is very nice indeed. Nice shower. Like with lots of hotels these days, if you have an electric razor or something else that would fit into these sockets here, they've got them on hand. And I have no idea. Any idea out there? Because I haven't got a clue. But if you work out what it could be or what I should be using it for, which I really don't think, I think it's probably just left behind, then please write in the comment section. And you've got the usual quite nice sort of soap and conditioners and that kind of thing, shower cap, there you go. Now on both sides of the bed you have some quite nice, and they certainly feel like very new drawers here, even though all the whole room has been really well kept since the room was updated. But it's very nice indeed. The remote control there is for the television behind, and you have the sockets, which are also very helpful of course, and also a USB should you need that as well. Now something I missed when I first came in here is that they have a fridge, which is quite nice, which apparently can't open. There we go. I hope it's better if you can do it correctly, Wayne. And they've put some milk in there as well, and it's on, so I'll be putting some drinks in there a little bit later on. And also I noticed with these sockets here, not only do you have the normal sockets here in the UK, but you have USB available, and I'm assuming it's probably a C port sort of things for sort of iPhone sort of thing. I could be wrong there, but that's what it looks like from here. If I'm wrong, I'm sure people will write in the comment section, but that's absolutely fine. Also here we have some deep drawers, and very helpful hairdryer. It's just me here this weekend, so plenty of room for me, definitely. Right, I don't actually know what this is. I haven't got a clue at the moment. Perhaps you know before I finish putting the video together and I find out later on, but if you realise what it is at this time of the video, please write in the comments. Now when I was walking around the room originally and seeing things like the fridge here and that, I had a feeling I'd read somewhere that there was a safe in here, and I didn't see it originally, and now I've found it. And it's quite a nifty little safe, and it's got instructions here of how to do it, how to put in your own number, and it took me just a couple of minutes to work it out, and that was no problem at all really. The only issue I have with it is the thing I would like to put in there, because I've brought my own Steam Deck with me, and it won't fit in here. So I think this is really just designed mainly for I know people have perhaps got a lot of expensive jewellery, or you know, any money they may bring with them. Not actually much good here, really money wise. But so it won't fit in there. But it's nice to have this because, you know, some people would find it very, very helpful. Just not me this time. Well, you also can do, if you want to, is sit out on the front. And today's weather is absolutely lovely, considering it's still April, but it's nice here. So I might even keep the door open for a bit. And there we go, some information about the housekeeping side of things. And like it says there, please be assured I have taken time and care in making your room clean, safe, comfortable and welcoming to you. Hope you enjoy your stay. Well, so far it's been absolutely marvellous. It's a lovely room, and this person called Maxine is doing a bang up job. So here we have the welcome book. Now I must admit I've had to go into this to get a couple of things, simply because one, to get into the this room here, and also to connect my credit card, debit card with my account here, which I'll go into a little bit in detail very shortly. But first of all, let's look at the key here. Now I must admit I was a little bit surprised to find this, not because I expect to find a key, but I thought this place would be more like one of those sort of credit card shaped cards that you just put against the lock and it unlocks. But they are very much retro when it comes to that side of things, which is absolutely fine with me, because I guess I'm a kind of retro kind of guy, and that suits me fine. But anyway, now here they actually are a cashless area, which I must admit is a bit of a pain, because sometimes people will want to use cash, but it's not even just that. They you can't even use a debit or credit card to go and get drinks or whatever. You have to do everything with this. Now I won't turn it around because it's got some personal information on there, but what they do is with the information of who you are, your room number, and some other details like that, you then have to connect your debit or credit card link it with this. So let's say, for instance, you go to get a drink at the bar, you give them this, they put this information on the computer, and then I'm told at the end of the day I should get an email to say how much money I spent, and then the day I leave, about 11:30, I should get another email saying this is the amount of money we're about to withdraw from your account. Okay, so if it works fine, then that's great. But I would have preferred personally to be able just to use, even like you can use cash, to use a card as I went along, rather than do it this way. But I was wondering, perhaps the only reason they may be doing that would be because if you do, say, quite a few small transactions, it might cost them more in the long run, rather than one big transaction, which I hope it's not a big transaction, because I can't afford it to be a big transaction. So that's my guess as the reason they don't want you to use a card over using something like this. But that's how they're doing it. So we'll see if that works all right. Now I also have my itinerary. I think that's the right word, and it gives you the idea of, for instance, for me at the moment, there is just me here. I'm the only person here. I'm here for breakfast. I'm here for dinner as well. Now on Sunday, one of the things that you can do here, and this isn't just that, because I believe there's also shooting as well, but you can actually go and do archery, which is part of the cost of this. You don't have to pay extra for this. There is extra things you can pay for if you want, like gin testing and tasting as well. Testing, I suppose it's the same thing really, but that's not my sort of scene. But when I saw archery on there, I thought, oh, that might be fun, because I haven't done that since I was at school, and that was only like a one-off thing. So I made sure I got my Robin Hood costume ready. No, that's a joke. All right, maybe it is. No, she is. But no, I'm looking forward to doing that. So I'm going to do that on a Sunday before, because a lot of shops will be closed, around that sort of time anyway. So there's no real rush to get out. So anyway, that's my itinerary. Now these bits I've not even seen yet. Let's see what we've got here. Just an advert. One of the important things here, because it's quite a reasonably big place. I haven't walked right around it yet, but from what I can tell, it's quite a big place. Gives you a map of where we are. Now, where am I? We got a bowling area here, which you might have seen already on the video. I actually came up here, and this is where I actually got given this book itself. Walking around here is not that great for pedestrians. That's something I think they need to have a look at. But to say the staff that were very helpful here, And you got the complex here. This is, right here is where you have the entertainments, which I saw briefly earlier on today, and I'll go to see some show tonight. I don't know what's going on. You got bowls, if you're into bowls. Not my scene. Now, I'm assuming this looks a bit like either a chessboard or checkers. I don't know. I might have a look later on. But I am, at the moment, around here. One of these ones here. Yeah, right there, I think. So it's not a far walk to get here. You got a bar around here, and I think this is the dining restaurant area around here. And it also gives you some information as well. And that's all good. And now we have the entertainment guide. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing. I won't show exactly here, but I'll just give you an idea. Here we go. It's what I said about before about the gin testing. Testing. I'm too to say that, is it? Tasting. That's the word. English, you can't speak it. Which, if you want to do that, it's like £17.50 a person. Personally, it's not my scene, but hey, I know everybody's different, and I know people are into that sort of stuff as well. But that's not me. But I said I'm going to be doing archery. They have a swimming pool here, I believe. I haven't seen it yet, and I actually saw an area which said cinema. Now, I don't know if that's something that's still in use or not, but it did say cinema. I don't know. Showtime starts at 9:30, and I'm not sure. There's all these different things going on for different nights. The time I was here, and then also got some information of times that things are opening. Oh yes, there's a swimming pool and coffee shops and oh hello, what's this? Happy hour, eh? Okay, maybe a static later on. So anyway, that's that. When we had a quick look around, we ended up meeting who I didn't know at the time, the entertainment manager, who quickly showed us this area, the entertainment area. Now, you may recall earlier on in the video, I found a mystery item on the sink in the bathroom. And I said, any idea what it could be? Because I didn't have a clue. Well, about 15 minutes after making that part of the video, somebody knocked at the door because the housekeeper had reported it before I'd turned up here, that it had fallen off the wall. So let's have a look what it was. In fact, it hadn't fallen off a wall, it had fallen off this door here. So, did you guess what it was? It's simply something to hang your clothes up on while you're in the bathroom. So there you go. Did you get it right? Because I didn't. Now, I had to mute the sound on this right now because they're playing music on there and I don't want to get hit by any copyright issues. But the entertainment venue is really well done. It's sort of tiered up, as you can see there. So it's reasonably quite easy to see what's going on, apart from those pillars are a little bit in the way, but that's one of those things. The bar area is right at the back, and it's quite well stocked with things. And no, this is a really nice venue indeed. So we're going to take a look around the resort now, and I can easily feel if I wanted to have some sort of peace and quiet, I didn't want to do any activities, there are places around here that you can just go sit down and relax. And as you can see, there's a rabbit, and there's definitely a lot of wildlife in the area. And I found this little house, quite amusing, and it's kind of neat. Let's go and have a look what's inside. Now, when I first saw this, I was quite surprised, in fact. And if you don't know what it is, it's well, a big bird cage, basically. And we used to have something similar to this in Southampton, although on a bigger scale, before the council decided to knock it down, close it down and all. But this is a nice surprise. When I first saw it, walking towards it, I thought, oh, this could probably do a bit of work on it. I saw the boards, as you can see, just on the right there, and I thought, oh, perhaps something's broken. They just put a board up in this place. But I found out that's not the case. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the birds seemed very well kept, and it was just a nice surprise. And although I'm not like a bird watcher or anything like that, I found it quite relaxing, and I think that adds to the feeling of the resort here at Norton Grange, because it has that relaxing feel to it. You can do various sort of more activity kind of things, or just chill out, walk around, or in this case, watch the birds. Looking at the structure from the outside like this, I would say actually the boards there aren't to repair. I think they're just there to shut them up at night time. But I do like this. Anyone for chess? I can't play it. It's almost like a checkers board though, that'd be fun. And they also have a table tennis here with the bats there. I'm not sure if there's any balls around here though. We're now at the other end of the main complex, and looking out towards the Solent in a moment. Nice area to sit in, especially on a nice summer's day. The restaurant, well, it's not a restaurant, it's a cafe kind of thing. It's just on the right there, as well as a bar. So not too far to go to get anything to drink or to eat. And as we walk towards the end here, you can see Yarmouth Ferry in the distance there, which goes over to Lymington. And the resort goes somewhere towards the grass area there, and which is at the end is a public walkway, I believe. But funny enough, until I actually stayed here, I didn't know this area even existed. Well, they also have a activities area for various different games, and it's really quite well equipped in here. Sort of stuff here, and darts, and I guess this could be for checkers or chess. And you've got a snooker over in there. Looks like a proper sized table. Here we've got pool, and also, which is nice to see, it's free to use. And then you've got the table tennis, which I'm no good at because I keep falling off the table. Boom, boom, tss. And if you are into cruising at all, And maybe it's to take you back without getting seasick. Because you can play shuffleboard on here, which I've never done. I'm not actually sure how to play actually, but maybe another day. Like I said, we've got a snooker table here, which is, to me, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, no, it's like a mini football pitch. But this is a very well equipped area and quite well kept, really. You could do a bit of a top up, I suppose, in the painting, things like that. But really, what it is what it does really well. It's got all the bits and pieces here that you need. Well, they do have a cinema here. I'm not sure I'll get in there and have a look. Now the cinema is actually a very nice set out room, quite a nice size. And sofas I thought were a little bit strange, but they did look quite comfy. I didn't actually sit in them myself. The films that they showed over the weekend, they had 2 different films. Neither would personally interest me, but of course everybody's into different things. And also the films would be done at set times. And I noticed also that during the week after I'd actually gone, they had, I think it was like 3 different films that they would be showing, again at set times. And I have to say, this room is really well put together. Only thing I would say that could even possibly improve on it would be to perhaps have a bigger screen. But other than that, great stuff. Now, something I've yet to mention on this video is, and also very important because it's also part of the cost of staying here at Warner's, is the food side of things. Now, I had no idea about the restaurant. I didn't know whether I'd be able to eat there, in the sense of I'm very fussy. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I'm very near that border. And before anybody comments, no, I'm not crossing the border. I don't have the passport for that. But I was a little bit concerned whether I'd be able to eat there, whether it'd be awkward for me. I'm an awkward kind of person, I guess. But another concern I had would there be a bit of a scrum getting in there on the first night? And I was, more or less proven correct in the sense of that concern. Now, we got there about quarter to 6, and there's already quite a line there. So we queued up behind those people, and very quickly other people started to come in. It was getting a little bit, edgy at times there. And I wasn't sure if people were going to start trying to cut queues, cut the lines, what we want to say. And then 6 o'clock on the dot, they opened the doors. Now, I was pleasantly surprised how quick they got people in. Now, it wasn't a case on the first night of just going in and finding a table. You had to give your name, and then you could be given a number of where you're going to be sitting. And there was 3 of us there. And the person that was doing that side of things asked somebody else to take us to table, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was now. And so we start following this person. Now, the 2 other people I'm with here aren't as quick on their feet as I am. And the person that was showing us to the table noticed this, so we were sort of lagging behind a little bit. And he kindly waited for us to catch up and then again proceeded to tell us where the table was. So that was very noticeable. He didn't just want to walk away. And you wouldn't expect him to do that anyway, but there's something that's worth mentioning. And so we sat down there. Now, like I said, I'm a problem when it comes to food at times. I'll show you a copy of the menu right now, so it should be hopefully right in front of me. It'll just be like here. And there was like food there from like different countries and that. And normally with being a vegetarian, when you go to restaurants, things like that, they come up with some sort of fancy thing. And for me, I'm very easy going in the sense of just vegetarian. Sorry, just vegetarian. Just sort of vegetables. That's I'm quite happy with that. I don't need anything sort of special or some sort of cheese. Everything makes a cheese these days. Everything. So no, not always. Don't know if it'll be a cheese. So I was a little bit concerned about that. We started off with the waitress that came along. Also mentioning the waitresses here. Brilliant, so hardworking, so attentive, so helpful, and so informative in that as well, which is the same thing. Which is really noticeable. And so we all had sort of soup to start off with, and I don't know what the soup was. It was some sort of fancy name, but it was really, really nice. And after that, they said, well, you then can go and go to the buffet area and get what you want. Now, they had roast things there. No, I'm not going to... I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat that side of things. so I went up there thinking, okay, well, this should be interesting and see what I can eat. And yes, people can have, obviously meat and stuff like that, which I don't eat. But there was plenty of things like potatoes, peas, carrots, that kind of thing. And that just suited me down to the ground. I could get what I want. I did it myself. You don't have to ask people behind the area, unless you're buying something like meat wise, which they can cut and put on the people's plates for them. And that worked out perfectly for me, and I was really pleased with that. The the breakfast is really nice. Same sort of setup again. You just go up, get what you want. If you want some toast, they bring some toast to you. If you want coffee, they bring that to you. There's juices that you can get as you come into the restaurant area. Also, they have desserts. And I must admit, I don't weigh myself at the moment because I'm sure I would have put on weight just by being here. The desserts are so nice, really, really nice. And if I can, I'll try and get a photograph of the menu for that as well, just to give you an idea what to expect. So, as far as the food is concerned, brilliant. Far as the staff working within that realm of whether it's the people that cook, the people that do everything else, but the waitresses, such like absolutely top form, very, very friendly, very, very helpful, and I couldn't praise them any higher. Well, at the time of filming this part, it is actually Sunday already. This long weekend is going by very, very quick. But today, I'm actually going to be doing archery. Now, archery is part of the activities that is within the cost of actually staying here. So whether you do it or not, you're still basically paying for it if you think of it that way. But you don't have to do it. It's no big deal if you don't do it. It's up to you, of course. And other things you could do as well, like gin. I can't seem to say it. I still can't say it. Gin tasting. Oh my word! You think I've been at it, wouldn't you? No, honestly, this is water. But yeah, you can do that for like extra costs. I think it's like £17. I think I might have said earlier on. Or there's like some sort of high tea kind of thing, cream tea thing, whatever you want to call it. But both of them not my scene. But when I saw there was archery, I hadn't done that since I was at school, a year or two ago. And that was just a one-off sort of holiday camp thing. And so I thought, I'm at a holiday camp now. It's part of the activities. If I want to do it, why not? So I'm going to have a bash it out in, just a few moments, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to film anything or take any photographs, because obviously I'll be, needing to focus on, trying to hit the target or that. Actually, personally, I'll be surprised if I actually get the arrow to go from the bowl. Again, that gin water tasting. Oh my word. It's not doing me any good at all. Actually, if I was actually drunk, I'd probably speak a lot more clearer and more precise than this. But hey, I'm on holiday. Yeah, yes, I'm filming for the channel, but I'm on holiday at the end of the day. So, yes, I'm looking forward to doing that. So I don't know if I'll get any filming done of any sort there, but I'll let you know what happens.
So if you have 3 fingers just underneath. It's alright? Yeah, just so it doesn't fall off, the arrow won't fall off. So pull back to the side of your face. A rabbit, that was. That was just over the target. Oh.
Well, you better shoot it.
Yeah,
Bottom left.
Yeah, that's it.
pull it back further to the side of your cheek. There we go, and keep it in line. There we are. There we are. So if you can pull it back all the way and keep it in line with the target, it's going to go straight and hit the target. Whereas if you change the angle but then still pull it back as far as you're pulling, it's just going to fly over. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So really pull that string back. You definitely can do it. You can really pull that string back, yeah, to the side of your face. 3 fingers underneath. There we are. Look all the way back. There we are. Keep it nice in line with the target. There we are. See how the power difference? It's just, you can just keep it level with the target now because your power's there.
Thank you.
I wonder why this light thing has to face in.
There's a dead rabbit somewhere.
Lovely power.
Well, gang, I am back from archery, and I tell you what, I loved it. I really, really enjoyed myself, and I wasn't sure if I would be any good at all because I said I did archery once before, and that was when I was at school, and that was like it was very disorganized craziness thing, and I was useless at it, and I'm not even sure I got the arrow to actually go halfway to the actual target. You know, it was just chaotic. There was no proper instruction there. This, on the other hand, was extremely professionally done. The guy that was teaching us how to shoot was very, very informative, and the first time I tried it, I got a massive score of 2. But to be perfectly honest, when I was told I had 2 points from it, I said, well, you know, I'm surprised I even hit the board. It's quite true. And the thing is, though, he didn't just then leave me to struggle on. He said, oh, you know, make sure you got your 3 fingers below the arrow and pull back a bit more strength, and you know, and then sort of obviously aim for the target. And that advice was brilliant, and it was very encouraging to everybody there. Other people had actually done it before, and I say I felt like a complete novice, even though I said I'd done it once before, many centuries ago, when I was at school. But I really, really enjoyed it, and so the lowest score I got was 2, and the highest was 26. And I'll tell you what, I would have still been out there now doing it if we just didn't run out of time. So he had about, I think it took about 45 minutes doing it. So it turned out to be I had about, I think it was 4 goes with 4 arrows, so 4 tries. Everybody sort of taking turns. The crowd that was there was brilliant. My dad was there as well, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. These other people that we didn't know we had a good laugh with, and yes, you might have noticed I probably wore the wrong top because it got commented on. And you know what? Yes, I got the mick taken out of me, but I deserved it. I did not think this thing through, but it was, it didn't matter because I laugh at people anyway. And one of the other people said, "Oh, could her husband borrow the jumper?" And I thought, I said, I'll think about it. I said, but it was great fun. And if I come back to Warners again, which, to be honest with you, I think the way these things are going, it's a little bit expensive, but I'm really enjoying it, and I would definitely want to do archery again. Now, also, after I got back from archery, I came back into the room, and the housekeeper's been here. I tell you what, they are so hardworking, these people here, and deserve a hell of a lot of credit. And I was quite surprised to find this. Now I'm going to have to turn the phone around this way, and it did give me a bit of a smile. Now, you may recall earlier on in the video, I was when I first came into this room, we had a look around, see what they had here, and then I found a little bit later the safe. I thought they had one here, but I didn't know where it was, and eventually I found it. And so here it is right there. And well, you know, I don't have like lots of things that would need to go into a safe, but I did have, in fact still do, hopefully it's in there, a Steam Deck, which is a computer, like a portable computer device for gaming in that. And so I worked out how to use this, and I'll just open it now. There we go. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, I can try and put the Steam Deck in there, but it wouldn't fit. Well, brain the Brit in here. Didn't think about this at the time until somebody else sort of suggested it. Yes, I couldn't get the Steam Deck in there as it was with the casing, but taking it out of the case and it fits in there quite nicely. You ever have one of those days you just don't think things through? Now, like I'd imagine most Warner resorts, they do have entertainers come from outside of the resort itself, but they also here had a resident band, and their lead singer, who's called Rebecca, sorry, I don't remember her last name, she was extremely talented. So were the band, by the way. But, you know, I will particularly say about her, she was so good. She was sing various sort of styles of songs, and she even sang a song called Rainbow Connection, which I kind of connect with the Muppets, so it was nice hearing it in a different way. She also got people on the dance floor. She got people teaching them how to do various line dancing. So if you get a chance to go see her and the band in concert, I do highly recommend it. A singer called Jeff Mole, who was apparently one of those X Factor, Britain's Got Talent contestants, or I'll be honest, I don't watch those programs. Very good indeed. Highly recommend go see him and his band. They had an issue with the drums, and yeah, it took for like 12 minutes and just kept everybody entertained. Very good indeed. Highly recommend. Here are just a few photos of just some of the what I feel that could easily become future stars. They are so talented. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the show Rocker Stages, which they put on in just a moment. But I highly recommend, if you get a chance to see these talented artists perform live, I highly recommend that you do that. Especially if you go, of course, to Warner's at Norton Grange, which they are currently based at the time of filming this video. Well, right now I am actually going back to the chalet after an absolutely fantastic evening. The live entertainment was brilliant. The team of entertainers that are based here at Warner's at Norton Grange are so talented, it's unreal. They did a show called Rock of Stages, featuring a lot of the show sort of tunes that are in London and all, and they were marvellous, and got to briefly speak to them at the end of the show and told them that they were brilliant. So yeah, this has been one of the best holidays I've been on for such a long time, and I think the review I'm going to probably give the place, which you probably guessed was going to be pretty good, but you know, stick to the end and give you the overall view of entertainment and the place itself. But right now I'm heading off to bed because early start tomorrow. Well, it's Monday morning and it's that time again. I have to go back to reality. Oh, not fair, but I've had a marvellous time. And one of the things that I can actually say would be that the staff here are so good, so hard working. I'm talking the housekeepers, I'm talking the waitresses in the restaurants, the cooks, the people in those areas there, the bar staff, the people on the reception, on the cafe side of things, the who else am I forgetting? The entertainment staff. Now, the entertainment staff, wow, quite frankly, they've had some people from outside. They had a singer, I think his name is Jeff Hull. Apparently he was on X Factor or Britain's Got Talent or something like that. I don't watch that stuff, but very good. He had an issue with, well, not him, but his band had an issue with the drum, and they had to go and get a replacement, and they were gone for a good 12 minutes or something, so he kept trying to keep things going. He couldn't sing anything else, and but it was very entertaining, and he kept that going. It was really good. So if I got the name wrong, I will put it down here somewhere and think oops, but I'll rectify that. They had a house band whose name escapes me at the moment, but the lead singer, I believe, was called Rebecca. She was extremely good. She also got people on the dance floor. She also got when they started doing like things like line dancing, which isn't my thing personally, but she went out on the dance floor and showed people how to do it, and there was lots of people that obviously seemed to be quite quite good at doing that, and she was marvelous. She got people on there and they were enjoying themselves. And what was the most fantastic side of the entertainment here was a show they did called Rock of Ages. No, sorry, Rock of Stages. Oh, not Rock of Ages, Rock of Stages. And basically they were taking rock music from shows like the musicals and that, and a lot of it was been in the West End, which I actually sort of spoke about a little bit last night, if you've watched the video all the way through. And as you would probably guess from that video, they were absolutely astounding. I mean, I briefly spoke to them as I was leaving them to make sure that I said, you know, you guys were brilliant. You lot were brilliant, I said, you know, and they were. And, you know, either they worked on the West End, as in London's theatre, or they should be on the stage there. They are that good, quite frankly. And also mentioning the entertainment manager. Now, when we first went here, came here on Friday morning, we didn't know our way around, so I'd never been here before, and we did obviously look a little bit lost. So we're just trying to gauge where everything is there, and he realised that, and he actually showed us into the entertainment area, you know, where the bar would be and the seats and the stage and all that. Said, oh, okay, there's an entrance over here and blah blah blah. Very, very helpful, very, very friendly. And he also had, I noticed yesterday, he was praising everybody. Now, I'm not talking about just praising his sort of side of the staff, you know, where it comes to the people on the stage. He was praising the housekeepers. He was praising the bar staff, even though, which is absolutely fantastic. To me, that's the sign of a very good manager, because he doesn't look at just a little picture. He looks at the whole picture. And it really felt to me that everybody was one team. Now, whether that's in reality, I don't know, but that's how it appeared to me. So right now, I think it's time to give. Although you probably got a good indication that we're going to talk in high numbers here, but this is Wayne's out of 10, and here it is. And do you know what? I'm actually going to give this place 9 out of 10. Now, you may be thinking, Wayne, you know, you've been praising everybody. You think the food's great, and you know the way you're staying is fantastic, and all this sort of stuff. Yes, and it is all very much true. There's one thing that sort of lets this place down, and if it wasn't for this, I would have easily given it 10 out of 10. And that is the entrance. Now, if you're driving here, it's absolutely fine. You just drive into the driveway, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure the word is, and then you get seen at the end of that, sort of near that road before we get into the car park. But if you're a foot passenger like we are, foot passenger, you're coming on feet. Most people come on feet, I suppose, but you're walking in. I'm trying to say, the entrance is not very nice for people that are just walking in. You do have bus stops outside, and I appreciate the bus stops have nothing to do with them at all. But one of them is a little bit precarious. Very, very. There's no path as you leave or enter this place. So, to me, it feels a little bit dodgy, a bit dangerous at times when you've got cars coming in and out. And so when you do come down here, and you may have seen it on the video previously, they have a white line on the right side of the road as you're coming in, and so to stay in that line, and the car to stay out of it. But that really needs repainting. And to me personally, if it's possible to do so, and I think it probably would be if they think about it, would be to have an entrance for people that are walking in. You know, not everybody goes out in cars. Other people will go out, even if they drive in. You know, they might go out on a bus elsewhere rather than take your car around the place, because it's quite expensive to park and all that in places. Not here. I mean, you know, it's free to park in here. But so that's the only thing that lets it down. It's just for people coming in and out as walking, or if you're on a wheelchair, or whatever it might be. If you're not in a car, it's easier to say. That's the only thing that lets it down. So apart from that, absolutely astounding place. Do I recommend people coming here? Yes. Will I come back? Most certainly. And that brings us to the end of this review. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's certainly a lot longer than I originally planned it to be, but I wanted to be as inclusive as I possibly could, to include so many different things that happen here at Norton Grange, and to give you my honest opinion about it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Buses, journeys and more. So much on this channel, so much planned. And whatever you decide to do, hope you have a fantastic day. And if you do stay at Norton Grange, let me know what you thought. Was I right?